Hare Krishna. Thank you. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadavayam Tadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shriyutapatakamalам Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sakrajadam Sahaganal Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvedam Swavadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namoshrute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanustute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanjakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhayeva cha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadatara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Shashwin, for the wonderful Mangalacharan. Hare Krishna, Induleka Mataji, because I didn't join for a couple of days. Do you know the verse for the day?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's verse 19.
Okay. Can you read the verse, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please can accept my humble obeisances, O Lord Srila Prabhupada. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dina Charanam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtapraisha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamsyosir Bhakti Bhavati Naishviti. So, come to chapter 6, verse 19. Adeshu sarva bhutani pumsah sthiti pado viduhu amritam kshamam abhayam trimurdho jai murdhasu. So, we say the word to word, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Padesu in the form, in the 1/4. Sarva, all Bhutani, living entities, Pumsaha, of the Supreme Person, Sthiti Padaha, the reservoir of all material opulence, Viduhu, you should know, Amritam, deathlessness, Kshamam, all happiness, free from the anxiety of old age, disease, etc., Abhayam, fearlessness, Trimurdhaha, beyond the three higher planetary systems, Adhyayi, exists, Murdhashu, being beyond the material covering. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Mataji, are you reading second canto, 5th chapter, 19th verse?
Is it 6th chapter? I am reading 6th chapter. Sorry, is it 5th?
No, Mataji, 5th chapter, 5th.
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji. Sorry. Yeah, I got it. Okay. 19. Oh, yeah. 19. Sorry, Prabhuji. Okay.
Yes.
Karya karana karta kartikve dravya jnana kriya trayaha bandhana badhananti niyada muktam मायिनम पुरुषम गुणाः.
आता बचा है पर वो वेजिटेबल
Sorry, Mataji,
Karya,
continue.
effect, karana, cause, कर्तृत्वे in activities, dravya, material, jnana, knowledge, kriya, ashraya, manifested by such symptoms, badnanti, conditions, nityada, eternally, muktam, transcendental, mayinam, affected by material energy, purusham, the living entity, gunaha, the material modes. Translation: these three modes of material nature being further manifested as matter, knowledge and activities put the eternally transcendental living entity under conditions of cause and effect and make him responsible for such activities. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Purpose. Because they are between the internal and external potencies, that the eternally transcendental living entities are called the marginal potency of the Lord. Actually, the living entities are not meant to be so conditioned by material energy, but due to their being affected by the false sense of loading it over the material energy, they come under the influence of such potency and thus become conditioned by the free modes of material nature. This external energy of the Lord covers up the true knowledge of the living entities eternally existing with him. But the covering is so constant that it appears that the conditioned soul is eternally ignorant. Such is the wonderful action of Maya, or external energy manifested as if materially produced. By the covering power of the material energy, the material scientist cannot look beyond the material causes, but factually, behind the material manifestations, there are adhibhuta, ajatma, and adhidaiva actions, which the conditioned soul in the mode of ignorance cannot see. The adhibhuta manifestation entails repetition of birth and death with old age and diseases. The Adhyatma manifestation conditions the spirit soul, and the Adhidaiva manifestation is a controlling system. These are the material manifestations of cause and effect, and the sense of responsibility of the conditioned actors. They are of the all manifestation of the conditioned state, and the human being's freedom from such a conditioned state is the highest perfectional attainment. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, everyone, for joining this daily recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 5th chapter, and verse number 19. So, Mataji, Radhika Kasturi Mataji, I think, was supposed to come to the class, and but she wanted to come for a short time because she was busy. But then later on, it seems she cancelled it as she couldn't come. We can just discuss among ourselves Prabhupada's purport, translation and purport. Translation again. These three modes of material nature being further manifested as matter, knowledge, and activities put the eternally transcendental living entity under conditions of cause and effect and make him responsible for such activities. So, this put the material living entities are put eternally, eternal transcendental living entities. So this is a very important statement that we are all eternally transcendental. We are not we are thinking in our material conditioned state that we are materially conditioned for eternality. But here it is stated that naturally we are all eternally transcendental living entities, and under the conditions of cause and effect, we are put under the conditions of cause and effect, and then we are made responsible for cause and effect. Because you see, this karmic reaction is going on birth after birth, birth after birth. We are getting into animal life, we are getting into human life, we are going into demigod life. So this cycle of birth and death is going on unless we break the shackles of this material modes of three modes of material existence. Adi Bhautik, Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport that there are three controlling agents: Adi Devika, Adi Bhautika, and Adhyatmika. So we all know that three kinds of miseries are put upon us. and then it's like a rope tied around us, and then we cannot untie ourselves unless somebody comes and unties us. Because a person cannot untie himself because his hands and legs are tied. Imagine if a person's hands and legs are tied, he cannot untie himself. So somebody else needs to come and untie him. So that's Guru Shastra and Sadhu Sangha. So with the help of this Shastra, the knowledge, the Sadhu Sangha, and of course spiritual master, so we can untie ourselves and then go to the transcendental, eternally transcendental nature, which we are originally we are transcendental, but being affected by matter, we are looking like eternally bound here. In the purport, Prabhupada elaborates, because they are between the internal and external potencies, and eternally transcendental living entities are called the marginal potency of the Lord. So there are three energies of the Lord. One is Antaranga Shakti, Bhairanga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti. So Antaranga Shakti is the internal potency of the Lord. Bhairanga Shakti is the external potency of the Lord, which is Maya. And then Tatastha Shakti. Tatastha means we are in between. We are located in between, just exactly like Tatastha in Sanskrit means it is in the middle. So we can go either this way or this way. So just because of our little independence, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. And then part and parcel means we have the same nature of Krishna. Just like a drop of drop of water of the ocean, and then the whole ocean, the quality doesn't change. Quality is the same, but the quantity is completely different. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. That's why we have nature of Krishna. But we have so Krishna is supremely independent, and we are minutely independent. So what we do, if Krishna is supremely independent, so we become, somehow or the other, we become jealous that, because of our independence, we misuse our independence and become jealous. And then we want to take the place of Krishna, and we wanted to become, we wanted to become the controller. So, but in the spiritual world, there's only one controller. And also in the material world, of course, there's only one controller. But under the spell of Maya, we think we can be controllers. So you wanted to become controller. So Krishna says, okay, you want to become an individual controller, separate controller other than me. So you go to the material world. So material world is a big creation, and then there are a lot of planetary systems, and then you can imagine the number of jivas. Unlimited number of jivas are there, because unlimited number of material worlds are also there, because unlimited desires are there to the living entities. So unlimited, we are since time immemorial, we have been misutilizing this independence, and then we want to enjoy separately from Krishna. Since you want to enjoy separately from Krishna, Krishna has put us in this material world, and then in the spell of Maya, so we are wanting to enjoy the material nature. Actually, the living entities are not meant to be so conditioned by material energy. Actually, living force, the soul is very powerful. As is part and parcel of Krishna. Soul is very powerful. It has got spiritual energy. It is spirit, but it is not supposed to be conditioned by material energy. But due to their being affected by the false sense of lording over material energy, they come under the influence of such potency, and thus become conditioned. So naturally, we are qualitatively one with the Supreme, but not quantitatively. But we wanted to lord it over. That this propensity of lording it over nature has made us to get bound in this material energy. So, and then when we are bound in the material energy, so this is very intricate. The material energy is very intricate, very powerful, and then it binds us in various modes of material nature, like there is Sattva Guna, there is Rajo Guna, there is Tamo Guna. So this is like three color combination. The basic color combinations are red, white, and black. So if an expert painter is there, so he mixes all these three colors. So 3 into 3 is 9, and 9 into 9 is 81. So hence explains the presence of 8,400,000 species. So 81 is 84. So 88,400,000 species are there, and because of this color combination, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattoguna, that means mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. All these three color combinations, different color combinations, gets different colors. So different desires, 8,400,000 types of desires are there. So 8,400,000 types of material bodies are there. So some are in the water, some are in the air, some are in the soil, some are in the some are in the animal life, some are in the beast life, some are in the insect life. So all put together, there are 8,400,000 species. So each has got different propensity. Prabhupada quotes as prabhav. So each species has got different prabhav. Just like the bird, it can sit on the balcony of your fourth floor or fifth floor or 10th floor and just immediately fly and then go somewhere, sit another place. So, but I know the so-called intelligent beings, human beings, we cannot do that. Even if we have, so much knowledge, so much, scientific advancement, we cannot jump from one building to another building, just like bird. And then we cannot dive into the water and then into the deep seas and then be happy in the water. We don't have that facility. For that, we have to become a fish. So, or just like the birds which are flying very high, it can fly very high and then it can see from far distance. The eagle bird has got a very good eye that it can see the snake. It can see the snake from very high level of height. So just like that, we have so many desires. Then so many desires are converted into so many different species. So this external energy of the Lord covers up the pure knowledge of the living entities eternally existing with him. So this energy of the Lord, which is very strong, and then it is covering up the spirit soul. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a beautiful verse in the beautiful 8 verses. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. He says, it's like a mirror. Our heart is like a mirror, and then it is covered by lust, anger, greed, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Like that, there are a lot of anarthas over a period of many millions of times, millions of lives. So, cheto darpana marjanam bhava maha davagni nirvapanam. So, davagni, this is eternally existent. This propensity to enjoy, davagni. So it is there to enjoy. So this Sri Krishna Sankirtana is the one, just like a water dousing the fire of, material existence. Sri Krishna Sankirtana is like a rain. It rains on the living entities who are eternally bound. And then when we start chanting this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So what happens? Our anarthas in the heart start to cleanse, and then when the anarthas in the heart start to cleanse, then we can see ourselves who we are. Oh, we're not material body. We're going to die. This body is going to die anyway in one or the other day, and then we are going to go to another body. So Krishna explains to Arjuna. Arjuna was bewildered, and then he thinks, killing other people is bad. Killing his own relatives is bad. So Krishna says, what you're speaking, dehinosmi natadehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantar prapti dhirastatana muhyate. So just like the one soul passes through to child to boyhood to adulthood, similarly this soul also passes through different bodies. At the end of this death, at the end of this body, you get another body, just like Vashamshi Jirnani. So that means we get another cloth. Just like if we lose this cloth, we don't start crying for this cloth. We get another cloth and we start wearing it. Similarly, this body is just like a cloth, and then we get another cloth. But the most important cloth what we get is the human body. In all other species of life, in all other 8 million species of life, of course, human beings is the 400,000 species of life. And in the 8 million species of life, there is no understanding who we are, what we are, where are we coming from, where are we going to. There's no information. Even if you start telling all the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna Sankirtana to animals, so they don't seem to respond, just because their intellect, their wisdom, so it's not developed. Their consciousness is not developed. Even the trees. So, but this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so potent. Even it can, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proved when he was in the Jharkhand forest, when he was passing through the Jharkhand forest, he started to chant, and then all the animals started to come and then chant. Even the tiger, even the elephant, the snakes, all they left the feeling of the animals. But of course, he was the Supreme Lord. He could make it. But we as ordinary souls, we can't do that. So at least when we come to the human form of life, we've got a chance. We've got a chance to move upwards. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasya. So Krishna is also told in the Bhagavad Gita. So urdhvam gachanti sattvasya. That means if you increase sattva guna, you can go on upwards. And madhya tishtanti rajasya. If you increase the rajoguna, that means passion, you be on this same platform. Adho gachanti tamasa. That means if you are more and more tamasic, more and more, in the mode of ignorance, not caring for the importance of human life. So that means you go to the lower species of human life, and lower, even animal species. So since we have got this human form of life, and since we have understood who we are, since we know, we are studying the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, it is very important to take up this Krishna consciousness movement very seriously, and then progress in life, and then to make sure that Prabhupada had always told that, think that this is your last life. You perform austerity, perform bhakti in such a way that this is your last life. Don't think of coming back and again spending in the material world. Material world is a very, very dangerous place. It can bind you. Even the great rishis and munis got caught up with this material world, and then they couldn't they were entangled. Even they were doing so much austerities, so we cannot even think of that much austerities. So such is the wonderful action of Maya, or external energy of manifested as if materially produced. So by the covering of power of the material energy, the material scientist cannot look beyond the material causes. So many scientists we can see. Last time Vidura Prabhu was explaining, the whole scientific community is completely unaware of the fact that how this material world is functioning. Everybody, some scientists are thinking Big Bang theory. The there was a Big Bang, and then there was chaos, and then from there beautiful planets started to arrive, and then started to float on the space, and then the sun is floating, the moon is floating, and then it's all rotating in an orbit in a very timely manner. The sun is rising every day in the morning, 6 o'clock. How this is possible? This is insanity to the highest level, because what can come out of a Big Bang? What can come out of like, suppose if you put a dynamite to our building, it will just completely be a rubble of cement and sand and stones. How can we get beautiful creations out of destruction? So, but because we are covered, the scientists cannot think that this kind of a creation is happening, and a beautiful brain. There is a brain behind it. So who is explaining this? Lord Brahma is explaining this. Lord Brahma is the first creator. He is the creator. So by the covering power of material energy, material scientists cannot look beyond the material senses. But factually, behind this material manifestation, there are Adi Bhuta, Adhyatma, and Adi Daiva actions, which are conditions the soul in the mode of ignorance cannot see. The Adi Bhuta manifestation entails repetitions of births and deaths with old age and diseases, and the Adhyatma manifestation conditions the spirit soul. So these are the types in which the material energy is working. Adi Bhuta manifestation, Adhyatma manifestation, Adi Daiva. So we are seeing the Trishul, in the hands of Durga. So she's handing and then she's poking all the souls, all the living entities with Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika. So she's pushing everybody so that the best of us can come out, and then making sure that we come out as just like we churn the yogurt. When we churn the yogurt, we keep on churning, and the butter comes out. Only after many churning, butter comes out. So these are material manifestations of cause and effect and the sense of responsibility of conditioned actors. They are, after all, manifestations of the conditioned state. And the human being's freedom from such a conditional state is the highest perfectional attainment. So Prabhupada is explaining human beings' freedom from such a conditional state of, we are not this body, we are spirit soul. That's why we need to endeavor for spiritual realization, self-realization, and then we need to know that what we are and then what is our relation with the God. This is the highest form of freedom, because we are all bound. We are all bound by this whole arrangement. But the greatest thing is we are not even aware. We are not even aware we are bound. We are not even aware we are conditioned. We are not even aware that we are in the puppet. We are just like puppets in the hand of material nature. You might have seen in the books that there are players, holding the strands, just like a puppet show. Now, like we often see in the plays that there are puppet show. Then somebody who's holding the strings and then making the dolls to dance, and the children in front, they think that some people are dancing on the dais, but no, there is a person who is making that the people to dance. Just like that, we are dancing and then action and reaction, action and reaction, action and reaction. We're doing wrong, we're getting more wrong. We are doing wrong, but getting more wrong. We are doing so-called good, and we are getting that reaction also, because if you're doing good, you again have to be born again. That's why karma is divided into 3 types. One is karma, which is prescribed duties, which you do. You have to get good karma, and then you have to be born again. And then vikarma is doing just opposite to the prescribed duties, and then you will get bad reactions, and you will get bad destination. You will be born as animals. And then karma, vikarma, and akarma. What is akarma? Akarma is the activity in Krishna consciousness. When we do akarma, that means we are neither doing for getting good results, nor we getting bad things to get bad results. You're doing Krishna conscious activity, just like chanting of the Mahamantra, recitation of the Bhagavad Gita slokas, and then recitation of the Bhagavatam slokas, and then hearing. So the 9 process of devotional service we are doing, just not to get entangled, not to get good results, neither to get bad results. We are doing it to please Krishna. Rishikesha, Sevanam Bhakti Uttamam. So our senses are there. What is the use of our satisfying our senses? We're getting more entangled. But if you satisfy the senses of Krishna, we'll be eternally happy. Hare Krishna. This is I think I'll stop here, and then I request other devotees to key in their inputs, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji. I know there's no speaker today, but you did a very good job by talking about the verse here. Yes, Prabhuji, very nicely explained. So why do we think that we are eternally conditioned? Like at the beginning you said we are eternally conditioned. So why? It's just because we identify ourselves with this body, and we are not this body. We are the spirit soul. And where do we come from? As you stated, we come from Golok Vrindavan. We just wanted to kind of be equal to Krishna. So he says, you want to enjoy. That's why he said in some verses that he forcefully, he says he didn't like to create this material world. He forcefully created this material world so that we can enjoy. And that's also depending to the according to the propensity of our desire. So we are put in a particular body. As you said already, there are 8.4 million species of life. And then from time immemorial, we are roaming in these species. And then by good fortune, we have come into this human form of body. So we should try to make the best out of it, the best out of just as we say, the best out of a bad bargain. So that is what we should be doing, right? And then also you talk about the about the human being. See the great sages. We see Vishwamitra, who is exalted sage, and he just gets distracted by the sound of the ankle bell of Menka. And then he even leaves his sadhana and stayed for 157 years with Menka. And he had a child, Shakuntala. We know the story, right? So what we talk about us, we get deviated so quickly. Similarly, we have Sobari Muni, who was meditating for 60,000 years in the water, just seeing the union of fish. He got distracted, he came out of his meditation, and he got married. He married the 50 princesses from a king. So all these things. So who are we? We don't even meditate. We cannot even sit for a few minutes, like without our mind going around and thinking of all kind of things. So this is what we are doing right now. That by the grace of the Lord, by the grace of the devotees, of the acharyas, of our spiritual masters, we have the opportunity to just sit for this 1 hour and discussing Krishna Katha and just thinking about Krishna, nothing else. Afterward, we can think about house chores, about shopping lists, or about children, family, job. Afterwards, for this 1 hour, please, let us just focus. And it is said that Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So what are we doing now? Right? We are listening. Doesn't matter. Some of us, we're very shy. We don't want to talk. Or we are scared of opening our mouth in case we say something wrong. There is nothing wrong in the spiritual life. If we are in doubt, we can ask, and then we can share whatever we understand, or just to praise the speaker. That's it. That's what I do all the time, because then we encourage the speaker, like the Prabhuji said yesterday. In one class, he said, just open your mouth and just encourage me so that I can do better. So that is what I should ask everybody to do. And also please keep joining this beautiful Sangha, which is being held every day for our benefit. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please, anybody who wants to share any realization, please.
Sorry, Mataji, I had received a call. Sorry, Mataji.
That's okay, Prabhuji. That's fine.
Okay, are there any other comments from other devotees? Hare Krishna. Any points that you can think of, that how the living entities are eternally conditioned, and how we are struggling in this material nature, and then how the Krishna conscious movement, it's bringing is bringing in a wonderful method just to chant, just chanting the Mahamantra, and then just doing some small sacrifices. We can get eternally benefited. It's such a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. I was just thinking of this. I hope I'm audible. I was just
Yes, you are
thinking
audible,
of,
Prabhuji. Yeah.
okay, thank you, Prabhu. I was just thinking of these three forms of miseries: the Abhibhuta, the Atma, and the Daivic actions. Also, the other day, I remember I was thinking that how much, just trying to see the scope of how much we are really covered or bonded, and how much of suffering you're going through. It's really something to behold, and that at the same time we think we are so free and so elevated, and people see the material things of this world as very important and more important than life itself. People even go as far as killing for these things and doing all kinds of nonsense. And so I was just thinking how the level of bondage you are in, just like an insect caught in a spider's web, can't come out completely. But that insect might be even better because it knows it's caught in the web and it's trying to untangle itself in a way. But for us, we are kind of comfortable. We're trying to be comfortable in this web and make ourselves happy. But at the same time, trying to think of it after coming to Krishna consciousness. Now, it all comes to light that this is not really a good place. It's a very dangerous place. The level of bondage is quite, yeah. We're seeing, we go out there, we see non-devotees all day, and as devotees now we can try to see and imagine, try to analyze how much really people are moving around. So I think it just also falls on us to take up this preaching movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Parampara. And I just feel like we should be really thankful to His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada for bringing this thing worldwide. Because otherwise, yeah, we are very deeply in very much trouble. If not for, we will be in a very bad place. If not, I myself in my own personal life and activities, I've seen a very big difference since coming to Krishna consciousness. So yes, since the miseries are mentioned here, just wanted to share that this bondage here maybe is not to be taken lightly, and we should just give our best effort for ourselves and for everyone around us, just to help us come out of this darkness and this ignorance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes. Complacency, because when we become complacent, that is the worst thing. When we think that we are in a comfortable position, that is the worst thing to happen, because we are then again getting more and more entangled. So that's why Kunti Maharani also prays to get more and more miseries. Of course, we are all not great devotee like Kunti Maharani to ask for troubles. We are all minute sparks. But it's good to be grounded, so that at least we don't get too much entangled in the material world, and then we lose ourself, and then we lose our Krishna consciousness. Then it's better to be grounded. Yes, Prabhu. And also, as you rightly mentioned, we are all eternally indebted to Srila Prabhupada. Without him, I think none of us would be reading this Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice to hear Prasanatma Prabhuji. It's very good. Yeah, you have good realization. Please keep sharing whatever you think of. And Prabhuji, you're talking about complacency. It's not only us, great the personality like Indra, when he became like a pig, he took incarnation as a pig. And then Lord Brahma realized that, okay, it's time for for Indra to go back to his position. And he came down and he said, Indra, what are you doing? It's time to go. He said, no, I am happy here. I have my wife, I have my so many little children. I'm happy here. He didn't want to leave his position. So what to talk of us? So now that's why we say that, even in the heavenly planet, it's not as good as living in the earth planet. Even the devas, they are kind of lining up and waiting when they will have the opportunity to come on this material world, because here we have both. We have that happiness and distress together. So when we are in distress, at least we remember to go towards the Lord. So higher planet system is only happiness, lower planet system only distress. So we have both. So during these kind of challenges, then we realize, yes, there is a Lord, we should go to him. And once we take to the Lord, there is nothing else. Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji, you wanted to say something, you unmuted. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Pranam Bhavishya Srila Prabhupada. Just couple of reflection points from the Prabhuji. Wonderfully, you summarized upon the akarma, vikarma, and karma or pious activity, whatever we do. And based on that, right, like, so every activity, whatever we do, it's like a coin. It has two sides. If you see the head, you should always also be seeing the tail. It will not come only with the head. So whatever we do, it comes with happiness, and the same activity will lead us to the distress as well, unless and until we surrender that activity or give all the results of that activity to the Lordship. And regarding the material modes, Prabhuji, and the three material modes, we have Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva. It's like I heard it in a lecture. It's like a glass that we are wearing. Because if we see with our usual naked eye, we will see the reality. That is why we are here, to remove all our glasses, because we are infected through our eyes. And we want to get that infection away so that we can hear it in a very, we can see things in a Shastric view, in reality with the Lordship. And we will see Krishna's hands in everything, whatever happens or whatever that exists around us, or even beyond our realization. It is inconceivable. Few things are inconceivable, but even that we would be able to see only if we are having a naked eye. But now we are having three different classes, which is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, where Tamas is the one of the black or worst class through which we would be doing the least unrecognized or that is Vikramic activities. And Rajas, of course, it is for our are you able to hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, yeah. So, so the other glass that we are wearing is Rajas. We are around our passion, and we want to do everything for ourselves to satisfy our sense. We have to do our sense gratification for which we are running. And Sattva is almost better, but still we are expecting something. We do devotional service, but we want some recognition for it. We do something, even if we do some garland, or even if we do some garments for Krishna, even chanting, right? We think that, oh, I am doing chanting, but Krishna should do everything for me. Today, nothing bad should happen for me. Everything should go in the right way. So that is the kind of, even it is a sattvic activity, but our mode, even that is not clear. So we have to remove all these three glasses and say that no contact lens also. And I'm going to see with my naked eye so that I can see the real Lordship, real Krishna in front of us, and his wonderful, amazing activities and creation across the board. That's all my realization, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandrat Pranam. Thanks for giving an opportunity. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Beautifully explained different classes of Sattva-guna, Raja-guna, and Tama-guna. Thank you for sharing, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for nicely sharing. But you know, we cannot detach completely from the three modes because we are in each of the modes at every time of our life. So in the morning, when we wake up, we are fresh and happy. We're in the mode of goodness. All right. During the day, we have to go to work. That is passion. At night, we have to sleep. That is tamoguna, right? But we cannot escape these gunas. We are in this matter. But what we need to look, we need to Shuddha Sattva. So that is what we should prioritize. But otherwise, yes, we have to minimize them. We cannot completely erase. Nobody can completely erase these three modes from our life. Otherwise, we will be, even the yogis, they sleep, right? At some point, they have to sleep. So we cannot disconnect completely from these three modes. But we should seek for the pure goodness. That is what we should be looking for. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji.
Very true, Mataji. That's why even the devotees I have heard, the exalted devotees and even Goswamis, they dream about God even in their sleep. So
Yes.
actually, I'm a very ignorant fellow. I wasn't knowing that these three modes also existed actually. And now
Yes.
through Srila Prabhupada, at least we know, oh, we are in Sattva, we are in Rajas, and night we are going to Tamo. And beyond this, there is something as Sutta Sattva, and that is what we should aim for so that we can go to
Yes.
Krishna. So without Srila
Yes.
Prabhupada and his amazing devotees, even this knowledge, it's very, I got it very late, Mataji. So it's like, I'm very grateful to the movement and all the devotees who are sharing whatever they know. Even whether we realize or not, we are sharing it, right? It helps for others to realize one day. I don't know whether how much I realized, but whatever, when we do Shravanam, as we said, it helps us to purify ourselves, at least to purify our thought. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts. And actually, when Mataji told the class, was not possible, and then I had just come from work, and I thought, okay, Mataji, let's not have class, today. I don't know if people are joining or not, but Krishna was merciful, and then we had this class, and we had this wonderful discussion. I know we had this 1 hour of Krishna Katha sharing, all of us. Thank you so much. Let's chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once, in glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Arya Govinda Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.